How's it going, guys? How the hell are you? Welcome to the Nerdy Jock. I'm the Nerdy Jock, Nick Angle, and we have got some things going on. We've got Spiderman No Way Home. We've got D&D news to talk about. We've got Marvel's What If. Oh, God, let's get into it, baby. All right, first and foremost, because I saw it on my Twitter feed, and I do want to talk about it, and I've got my trusty, awesome Dads Play D&D shirt on. The new... The new combat wheelchair system is out, version 3.0. Now, if you don't know what the combat wheelchair is basically, it's D&D characters, but they can wear, or they can be in wheelchairs, essentially, and the rules that surround that. Now, what's really cool about this is that it's all free, and everything that the artist has put out is completely free. You can download it, it's all good. And what's really cool is they now have actually added to the wheelchair. All right, so the extensive core rules have been updated. There are 14 subclasses now, including Matthew Mercer's Blood Hunter is now part of the subclasses for the wheelchair, the combat wheelchair, which is, I think, really cool. You can download it. There is also, I believe, a dyslexic-friendly PDF that you can download. Check out Sarah at Combat Wheelchair 3.0 on Twitter. Or Mustang Art, I believe, is the other, at Mustang Art, I believe is the other one. It's really cool. I've been obviously seeing a lot of stuff about the combat wheelchair. A little bit disappointed in the D&D community. I understand that it happens, and there are going to be people in there that don't like certain things. But really, at the end of the day, it's a game, and it's made up in your head. And it's a combat wheelchair because there are going to be some people who may be in a wheelchair, who want to play D&D, who want to feel like they can still be in their wheelchair and still be awesome and still be almost superhero-esque or hero-esque, whatever you want to talk about. It's a way of inclusion. Now, the other thing is that the argument of stairs in mines and dungeons, have any of you actually been to a mine? Do you see a abundance of stairs in said mine? Probably not. It's a lot of ramps. It's a lot of tracks going back and forth. Like, stairs are not... If stairs are the obstacle of your imagination, you have a bigger problem than worrying about if somebody is using a combat wheelchair or not. Like, that is not... It's just not a reason, man. It's like... Go get another hobby. Anyway, combat wheelchair, I think it's great. I know that there are naysayers out there. To hell with them. It's fantastic. Go check it out. Check out the rules and stuff too. And like I said, it's a great way for people to get included into this awesome game. So more people, the merrier. Let's do it. Okay, I want to talk about the Spider-Man No Way Home and get into everything that is being talked about this movie. All right, first and foremost, Andrew Garfield has just recently come out and said that he really doesn't know what everybody's talking about. Now, we know that it's all about the multiverse, and that's really what this whole thing is setting up with Dr.Strange. I believe it's even a callback to One More Day, the issue One More Day, where Peter actually makes a deal with Mephisto. They then, in the new comic books, have revamped it so that it's actually Dr. Strange who's doing this spell, which he does in the trailer, where he's making everybody forget that, you know, Peter Parker is Spider-Man, because we all know at the end of the last Spider-Man, he was outed by Mysterio. It's a tough gig. It's a tough way to go. Anyway, so obviously everybody's going to forget, and then he doesn't want everybody to forget. What I really like about this is really the first time that Tom Holland Spider-Man has to come to grips with what it's going to cost Peter Parker to be Spider-Man. And we've seen it in the other movies. No, we've seen it in both adaptations, where Peter is really given the choice. It's either you live this life over here and everybody likes you and knows you and you are Peter Parker, or you live this life as Spider-Man. And that has to be separate, and you have to sacrifice all of this stuff over here in order to have this and to save people. We haven't really seen that with Tom Holland's character yet. So I think this is a really interesting way to get that, to kind of dive into that, because I even think like the last movie was, I don't know, I really liked it, but yeah, there was something missing. And I think that's what it is. The choice, the fact that he has to decide if he's going to be Spider-Man or if he's going to and try and, you know, live this double life, but he has to sacrifice everything else, or he doesn't want to sacrifice it and he just wants to be with these people. I'm really kind of stoked for that and diving into the character that way to see the really adult choices that need to be made. Now, also too, a large group of people are starting to say that Dr. Strange is not Dr. Strange in the in the trailer, and that he's Mephisto, apparently. Guys, have we forgotten how arrogant Dr. Strange really is? Like, he is Tony Stark level arrogant. There is really nothing other than, like, those two are like, boop, they're top of the food chain when it comes to arrogance and bravado and not being wrong. Guys, like, this is completely on brand for Doctor Strange. Like, don't do that spell. And he's like, yeah, all right. Because this is a guy who was messing with time right as soon as he found the Eye of Agamotto. As soon as he put it on, he was like, wow, let's fuck with time. Like, what? Like, he's messing with time right away. No ifs, ands, or buts. The guy had been there for 30 seconds. And he's already like, that's cool. We can just turn back time whenever. There's a level of arrogance there, guys. And yes, they pulled away from it in the movies, and they didn't really kind of get into the whole thing. Well, now they are. And they are going to delve real deep into this multiverse of madness thing. Now, segueing that, let's talk about the What If episode, actually, of Doctor Strange. Gonna try and not spoil anything, but if you guys watched it, it was whether or not he, instead of losing his hands, he lost his heart, and what that would do to him. Obviously, he seeks power. He becomes very powerful. But guys, like, that arrogance played into those choices. It played into everything that he chooses in that what if. So this whole thing of, I don't know, he's not Mephisto. He's just Doctor Strange. But I'm totally on board with what's going to happen. I can't wait. I think they're really throwing the Marvel Universe into chaos. All right, this I wanted to touch on too, just as we're talking about Marvel, but Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings is finally out in theaters. I have not seen it yet. Unfortunately, I do want to get out there, but this is actually the highest rated Marvel movie that they have put out on Rotten Tomato. I think it's 98% on Rotten Tomato right now. You can't not be happy with all of that stuff happening, and the fact that I think even Disney was putting an ultimatum on it. Like, if it didn't do a certain amount of numbers in the first weekend, it was going to be put onto the streaming platform and all of that stuff. And look, guys, we're in a brand new world, and yeah, I don't ever really want to bring politics into this, but let's just talk about representation and how representation matters. It's something that has mattered to a lot of people that are not me and are not a lot of my friends. And it's something that we don't even think of because we don't have to. And so with Shang-Chi coming out, having that representation, with Black Panther coming out and what that showed, you can't not be happy about it. You can't not be excited for what is next for the Marvel Universe and what's next for even that character too. So I'm going to go see it. I know I will. I'm got to get out there. It's just right. I got a lot of things going on right now, but I'm going to get out there. I'm definitely going to see it because I think it deserves to be seen in the theater with the big screen, the popcorn, all of that jazz. And I just can't wait for it. So I'm super pumped for them. Glad that the movie is doing exceptionally well. All right, guys. I also, very dear to my heart, The Matrix 4. We got a little sneak peek. We got a couple of images that came out. We got a new trailer that will be coming out. Man, I am so excited for this. I didn't want the last one to end. So I'm glad that they've brought this in. I have no clue where the story is going to go, but I'm glad to see Keanu Reeves back in it. I think there are good things, people. I have high hopes, if nothing else. At the end of the day, where the series just kind of ended, sort of clean cut. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do moving forward and how they are bringing this new story out of the old story, how they're going to inject some new life into the franchise. What I don't want to happen is like the Matrix to become Fast and Furious. I just don't want that to happen. So if there is a legitimate storyline that they are doing that makes sense, I am awesome. It's awesome, and I'm glad that it's happening. If not, if they're just pumping it out because somebody at a studio wants to make money, it's going to be really sad and really just kind of a mess with everything. But I'm going to go in with an open mind. Here's hoping that it all works out. All right, and last but not least, I did want to make this announcement on here. I am going to be streaming live on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I am actually doing a game, Psychonauts 2. I have never played it. I didn't even play Psychonauts 1. So it'll be weird for me, but cool, and I am looking forward to it. So if you guys haven't checked out my stream on Twitch, my channel on Twitch, please go check it out right now. And yeah, we're gonna be doing it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This Friday actually going to be the first one. And yeah, we're gonna play some games. I'll probably upload it also to YouTube afterwards. But if you guys want to come hang out, chat while I'm playing, then please come along. It'll be super fun, and I'm excited for it. That's it from me, guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. Remember, hit that like button, smack that subscribe. Just trying to grow the channel, guys. Hey, if you haven't tried D&D, check it out. Dads who play D&D and delve into dungeons and slay dragons are always awesome. So remember to give it a try. But remember, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, no matter what your day has thrown at you, no matter how you're feeling, always game time, guys. Let's go!